guys, what's up? It's Blackheart here and welcome to a new video. Today guys, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about Clive, because we're gonna do a guide about Clive, what he does, so I hope I can help you. Let's get straight to the point. First thing we're gonna see is the punishment. So Clive is has a very good assortment of punishment, and we're gonna see the best ones. 10 frames, he has 1-2, that is a knockdown punish, doesn't work splat. It's very good, it's minus 14 on block, so not even that risky if we can throw it out. And also 1-1. This string jails on block. So the second hit is a high, but it cannot be ducked if the first hit is blocked. And goes into stance at +6. Going into stance at +6 means that your mid, so the 2, all of your mids are gonna get power crushed, but you have the lows for that. You have this low that is very good because it's 13 frames. We're gonna see it later. 13 frame, minus 13, 15 frames. Sorry, minus 13, and it's uncounted. It guarantees 1+2, but we're gonna see it later. So very good, very good. 12 frames. Yes, 2-1. Very good punish. Not worse splat. He also has a perfect input if you can do it right like this. 34 damage. Again, so the damage is kinda crazy, and you know, the combo potential is insane, as you can see here. Now I'm in a stage in which, of course, there are some stage hazards, and I'm gonna still have to find the combo. But yeah, very good punish. 2-1. 12 frame punish. He also has 4-4. Very good because it puts you at +14 if it hits. So the good thing is that it's mid high, so the first hit is mid. So he has a 12 frame punish mid that puts him into stance at +14. So basically the opponent cannot do anything about for blocking or trying to guess. So again, a very, very good punish, and I suggest you using this a lot. If you, especially against moves in which there's a mix of punishing, like for example Kuma's back 1, which is minus 15 and minus 13 standing. Minus 15 stands, minus 13 standing. So this is a good option selected against that move, for example. 13 frames, 1+2. So it's a safe engager punish. Very good to throw out even in the neutral because it's safe. -9. Doesn't work splat, but again, you go into heat pressure. So very, very good punish. 13 frames. 14 frames, he has down for 1-1. This is all guaranteed. So at the wall, if you block this, it deals insane damage. Pam, pam, pam. As you can see, this is the wall combo, but we're gonna see it later. So again, a very good punish. 14 frames. And 15 frames, he has down for 2, of course. Down for 2, launcher, classic launcher, nothing too dramatic. As you can see, this is a staple combo, but of course he can do even better. So again, very good punish. While standing, yes, while standing for 11 frames, they can go into stance in the same situation from 1-1, so +6. So very good punish. Not a lot of damage, but the stance gain is good. 13 frames, he has while standing 1-2. This is good because you recover some Zante Tsuken install, but he also has while standing 1+2. He has 1+2 even from while standing. That is very good. That is very good because it means that you have a safe option. 13 frames when you apply your full crush mix-ups. You have while standing 1+2. It also makes him recover some health, by the way, some recoverable health. So again, 1+2 is a goated move in his game plan. A goated move, really. And 15 frames, yes, while standing 2. -14 again, so this is not launch punishable on block. Very good. While standing 2 into combo, as always. So, yeah. Very good punish. This is all for regarding his punishment. Now, let's take a look at his heat. His heat engagers and his heat strings, because also these are very, very good. And let's see them. Let's see all of them. First of all, he has 4 1+2. 4-1 plus 2 is by far one of the best mids in the game right now. So I will suggest you to use this move a lot because it's a safe 16 frame homing, basically homing attack that deals insane damage, cheap damage, and goes into it. 28 damage into it. Probably this is one of the best, if not the best mid in the game probably right now. And on hit dash it also launches, by the way. So it has all of the good properties of the mids, of a good mid. And by far also a good range. By far one good range, as you can see. The range is kinda good. So again, probably one of his best attacks ever. One of the best attacks ever in Tekken history. And by far his best engager, by far. He has 1 plus 2, again, the move we've seen before. He has an engager out of stance. Phoenix 1 plus 2. That's 23 frames fast. It's not the best, but in mix-up it's kinda good. You know, Phoenix Hell Sweep, Phoenix to 1 maybe, you know. Phoenix Hell Sweep, and sometimes Phoenix 1 plus 2. It's also safe on block, by the way. So again, a very good engager. So not too bad, not too good, a very good out of stance because it's out of stance. So then he has 4-2-2-2. I think this is by far his most useless one. It's the one I use the less, I'm gonna say. Because the 4-2-2 string is nice, but not super nice. Again, you can confirm the last hit. If the second hit hits, you can kinda confirm it and hit with the last hit. It's not super hard, but again, in the neutral, it's far more easier for you to use this one and this one, far more than this one. But it's there. It's a very good string. So you have this other option. And also another very good one is Step to 1. Step to 1 is another of his best moves in my opinion. It's a confirmable sidestep move, and Step 2 by its own has very good range, as you can see. His range is one of the things, you see the range. Oops. The range is something else really. And the 1 is confirmable. If you mess up, the 1 is -15, so be very careful of this, because again, the 1 only option is -15, so you risk a launch. So again, don't throw it out like crazy, but if you can confirm this move, it's a very golden move, especially after, you know, after a sidestep. If you can confirm this, is very good. The first hit is safe, so that's why it's good, because the first hit is safe and there is a confirm on this. And also again, the range is something else. The range is very good, so I would suggest you using this move a lot. Now let's get to what he does in it. In it he has a lot of options that are really interesting, because he gains access to a lot of strings, like up 1 plus 2, up 1 plus 2, 1 1, up 1 plus 2, 2 1. He has a string up down 4 1, down 4 1 1, with the same strings from up 1 plus 2 basically. And he also has the possibility of going from up 1 plus 2 to stance. But he goes at -1 on block. So basically you're not plus here and you're gonna get countered by basically everything, because the fastest option you have is 15 frames. So again, not very recommendable. But of course you can also try and use the power crush to interrupt them. The power crush, that is done by pressing 1. The power crush, but it's -14 though, so it's not the best option. But it's still there, but again, not a very good transition on block. These strings are used to deal cheap damage, as you can see, because you cannot do anything against those strings, especially the mid one. The other one is a high. You see there's a high in between. But the mid one you cannot do anything basically. This is all free cheap damage basically. And it's safe on block, so very good throwing it out. And they are best used in combos also. In the neutral, okay, in the neutral, especially after down for 1. Very good. But again, their best use is even in combos, because it adds a lot of wall carriers, as I'll showcase here, maybe, if I can manage to. Okay, let's go to, so, launcher maybe. As you can see, they had a lot of wall carry. In it, he also has a new move out of stance, that stance 2-1+2. And this is a very, very good move, because basically it adds a plus on block transition from his fastest move out of stance. So, +4 on block. Again, this is super good. This is super good because, for example, this sequence is completely unavoidable, for example. This run into sequence, for example. And it puts it +4 on block. And a lot of cheap damage too. So again, a very good move to use in the neutral out of stance, because again, it's the fastest. You cannot do anything against this thing, and it comes out of his fastest move from stance. So again, probably one of his best options he has right now. He has two hit smashes. The first one is 18 frames standing. Very good, +8. So again, you can use a lot of things after this. At the wall, it's wall crush. So at the wall, it's +10 actually. So again, you have a lot of options, you have a lot of pressure out of this. And he has one of those stands. There is also 15 frames. So again, the fastest option you can do out of stands is 15 frames. So it's the same with his hit smash out of stands. And this is good because he recovers, as you can see, some Zante Tsuken install, as you can see. And it's +8 on block still. So again, these hit smashes are both very good, and they complement each other very, very well. So your choice, whatever you want to use. Both of them have good tracking, good properties. Now let's try and talk about his key moves. The moves I think are the best of him, and what he does best in neutral. Again, first of all, probably his best move is 4-1+2. So again, use this move a lot because it's gonna get nerfed soon, probably, because this move is OP. And so use it until you can, basically, because it grants you a lot of game, a lot of distance, and it's safe on block. So again, probably one of his best moves. Then again, he has 1+2, but we already talked about this, a very good move that puts him to it 13 frames safe. He has a okay down for 1, it's kinda steppable, okay, so especially his weak side is left, by the way, if you don't know. So again, his down for 1 is not like it's the best in the game, but it has a lot of cool extensions. For example, down for 1-2 into stance, it's also +14. Down for 1-1, again, the down for 1 extensions in it. So again, his poking is basically results to down for 1 and down for 4, basically, because his small Tekken mid especially is not the best. So again, you want to use a lot of down for 1 extension basically as poking, and down for 4. The rest of his mid poking is okay. It is not the best. He has a lot of good mid pokes, low pokes. But what he excels is, you know, like on distances. For example, on this distance, as probably most of you know already, he has back 1+2 power crush that hits basically from this range, as you can see. I don't know if this will get nerfed, but again, it's a very good power crush right now because it basically has infinite range. So again, what he excels is in long distances. You want with Clive, you want to play at like range 4, 3, 2, basically, not up close. Up close is a little bit worse, but far away, he has great tools like this one, for example. Let's talk about also his kilos. He has down 1. Down 1, very good. -13 on block, +2 on it. The tracking is also okay. It tracks more to one side, but it doesn't track to the left, if I'm correct. As you can see. But even on the right, the tracking is not the best, as you can see. But sometimes this move is a little bit weird in terms of tracking. It's of course it's high crush, but as you can see, the tracking is a little bit off. Sometimes it tracks, sometimes it doesn't. But it's good. It's still a good low because it's fast. It's like a Dragunov's down 2, basically a weaker Dragunov's down 2. But the important thing is that it's +2 on block, +2 on it. So again, this is the good thing because he actually has pressure after this a little bit. So again, I would suggest you, this is probably his go-to low. Another one of his main lows is down back 4. It's a counter-hit launcher as well. Of course, it's launch punishable on block, so be careful in using this too much. But it's homing basically. It's a very good sweep, even because it doesn't stagger on block. That's very good. So your opponent is not prepared to punish it launch always, maybe. And it's very fast. It's 19 frames, and again, it's a counter-hit launcher, so with a good damage, by the way. And as you can see, the damage is very good also on this low. Full crouch down for 2 is another one of his best lows. Not many Clive players are using this move, but it's actually very good because the range is really good. The range is very good, and it's minus 12 on block only, and it's not parryable because it's a sword. Sword. You see how good I say sword. Minus 12, very good range, and again, this move is not low parryable because it's a sword input. This move is very good, and probably another one of his best lows. On hit, it's, as you can see, it's plus 3. So again, combined with down 1, this makes great low pokes combined. Tracking is also very good. So it's basically like Noctis down for 2, but better, because it doesn't do anything on counter it. But I think it's better this way, because you have a very safe low that can do a lot of things on it. So you can construct a lot of games like this. You don't stay full crouch after you do this move. You go back to standing after this move hits. But again, you have some good options after this. So I would suggest you using this move a lot. Down 1 plus 2 also a very good mid. It's very good. It's a single tornado move. So you single tornado with this move basically, as you can see. So at the wall you want to use this as a single tornado. You do this into this, okay? And it's also very good on OKIZEME. It's completely guaranteed on grounded opponents, so it's very good, you know, as an OKIZEME tool. And it's also a countered launcher, so very good. And it also has some range, as you can see. Again, some range, and it's safe on block. So again, one of his best mids by far. And I would suggest you using this also because it's minus 6 on block only, and with pushback. So again, you basically reset the neutral with this move. I would suggest you using this move a lot. Step 1 plus 2 combined with running 2 are his go-to pressure tools. It's plus 2 on block, and it launches on normal hit. This move is basically used on Oki situations, because it usually is a little bit slow, coming out at 25 frames. But it's a natural hit launcher, plus 2 on block. So it's very good, especially if combined again with tools like down 1 plus 2, because of the range and so on. Down 1 plus 2 into step 1 plus 2 on Oki situations are very good. And so when your opponent has to wake up again. And again, you cannot parry this attack because it's a magic thing, you know. And the damage it deals is insane, as you can see. As you can see, the damage is really something else. So I would suggest using this move in combination again on wake up situations like this with down 1 plus 2. Very good. He has a lot of good homings. He has back 1, another of his great mids. It's minus 13 on block, but the block stun is very weird, and it's a countered launcher. So it's basically a better version of Claudio's back 1, basically, because the range is also very good. Not the best, as you can see, but it's kind of good. It's 2.3 range, and it's countered launcher. And combined with also down back 1, probably is even better because it's a high, and that's the only weakness he has. It has this move because it's safe, minus 8, and it's a countered launcher as well. The good thing about this homing is that basically you don't need to commit to the extension. The extension only comes out on hit. So basically you can just mesh square, and if it hits, it does the follow-up automatically, basically, as you can see. And again, it's a countered launcher, so as you can see. Of course, it's not the best combo. Wait, maybe you can do something like this. Again, it's very good because you can confirm. You don't have to confirm the follow-up. It just comes out if you mesh square, basically, and the damage is crazy of this homing. Back 2 is another of his great attacks. I'm using this a lot in the neutral because again, this has insane range, and it puts him into stance, and it guarantees an engager. It guarantees the stance engager if you go into stance. On block, it's plus for you. The only weakness is a high, of course, but for overall it's homing, basically. Homing, +6 on block attack that goes into stance. And again, if this hits, basically every move out of stance is guaranteed, basically. Everything you do out of this is guaranteed, basically. As you can see, the range is really... Oh wait, something else. Yeah, it has 2.8 range. 2.8 range, yeah. As you can see, very good move. He also has an okay steel pedal. It Warsplat, unlike Devil Jin. It's a Warsplat steel pedal, and on Oki, it doesn't flip the opponent. It knocks them away, but it's a great move because also this is a countered launcher as well, and the range is okay. Safe on block, of course, so a very good steel pedal. 442 is a great tool to control some range, and it's a countered launcher as well, and it's good because it helps you increase the Zantetsuken install. It kinda increases a lot of the Zantetsuken gauge, or either on it or block, and it's a countered launcher, so very good move. I would suggest you using this move a lot. Running 2 is his go-to pressure tool from long distances. If you want to close up distances, it is very linear. So if the opponent has a good timing on you, this will get stepped easily. But again, the range is something else. Like, do you see the range of this attack? This running move is +14 on block. So again, on block, you have to guess. There's nothing you can do. If this move gets blocked, you have to guess, basically. And again, +14 means the opponent cannot do shit. The fastest attack comes out in 1 frame. Nothing will win here. So again, and if this move hits, it guarantees 2-1, stands 2-1. Or if you're in it, stands 2-1 +2. Very good. This running 2 though is a little bit slow. That's how it's balanced. It's a little bit slow, but the range is really something else, as you can see. And it guarantees 2-1 on him. Now let's talk about these stances more in detail. He has Wings of Light, that is a very good stance in combos. I don't think there's any use to this stance in neutral, because all of the options he has out of this are sidesteppable like crazy, and they are very minus on it. Also, the transitions to this stance are all unsafe and not guaranteed on neutral attacks. Like, for example, he has one of this out of this, or out of this. But these things are very punishable on block, like they are -18, so they are not usable in the neutral. This stance is basically a combo filler, combo tool, because you can do the best damage with this stance. It makes the most optimal combos, but it's kind of hard to do. I'll show you one example. The best hitbox, unfortunately, like this. This is his theoretically better combo he can do out of down 4-2 in the neutral without getting to the wall. But again, there's a little bit of execution. Weird to say, but it's the truth, really, trust me. There's a little bit of timing in, because as you can see I dropped it again. So I wouldn't suggest you doing this a lot, but there are some instances in which this becomes more applicable. For example, at the wall there's another wall combo. You do 3-3 into stance 2. And this is the optimal damage wall combo, but you lose all the Oki. For example, if you want the best combination, you have to do Tornado, down 1+2, forward to 1, 1+2. This is the best damage combined with Oki situation. There's also one thing I want to talk about this stance. There's also one wall combo. You do down 4-1, 4-3 delayed into stance mix-up. And basically the opponent has to guess after this. I'm not using this too much, but it's an option. Like and then stance mix up, because this stance transitions into this stance by inputting forward 4. Again, it's not something I'm using a lot, but it's there. Like down 1+2, down 4-1, 4-3 into stance mix up. So I suggest you using this too if you want. Of course, his main stance is Phoenix Shift. There are a lot of moves in his gamepad and transition into his stance. Again, he has run into the transition in stance, down 4-1-2 transitions in stance. The best transitions are these. Also, again, Wings of Light into stance. Oh, even in the neutral is good, this stance, by the way, even in neutral. While standing 4 transitions into stance, 1-1 transitions into stance. Again, he has a lot of moves that transition into this stance. Back 2 transition into stance. It's a very good, as we saw already, it's a very good pressure tool. And again, Phoenix Shift is a good stance overall. It has a lot of options that you can use. It has a Power Crush. If opponents try to challenge you on block after some transitions, the Power Crush is good in order to tell them, okay, I know that you're challenging me, but I have a Power Crush. The Power Crush though is very unsafe because it's minus 14 on block, so use it at your own risk because it's minus 14. But the damage is there. The damage is there. As you can see, damage is there, 41 damage, and he also recovers some health. He also recovers some health, so recoverable health. So again, very good, very good. He also the fastest option is Phoenix Shift 2. On counter it launches. So if the opponents try to challenge you a lot with jabs or they try to press a lot, this is the fastest option is a counter launcher. If you try to confirm the counter launch, you get a knockdown though. So in order to launch, you have to do immediately the one option. Again, Phoenix Shift 2 overall is a very good move to use. It's safe on block. The fastest option is safe. The extensions are unsafe on block. Both of them are like minus 12, minus 13. But they are very good combo extenders. We'll talk about combos very soon. They are very good combo extenders. And in mix-ups they're good to use because they have good properties. Again, when the transitions are +6 on block, like this, the 2 gets Power Crushed. If the opponent reads they're going to do the mid, it gets Power Crushed. So you don't wanna overextend with this. But alone it's a good option, this move, because again it's safe on. It's also very good tracking, by the way. Especially in Heat, 2-1+2 is great. So again, I will suggest you using this move a lot. Out of Phoenix, he also has Phoenix Hell Sweep. Again, launch punishable on block, but it's very good because it wall breaks. And he also has a floor break version of this, which makes him recover some Zantetsuken things. This Hell Sweep is good because it's unseeable. It's 21 frames, so in the verge of being between reactable and unreactable. But again, in Phoenix Shift mix-ups, this is very good. Again, launch punishable, but it's there. It's there. He also has a safe-ish low, minus 13. This move is also 15 frames. This low. Phoenix Shift 4. -1 on hit, so not the best pressure, but it is again on counter it. Okay, so if they try to retaliate a lot and they do a Power Crush, for example, and against the Phoenix, for example, you are 1-1. Okay, you see that these mids are getting Power Crushed. Okay. Wow, it actually doesn't track like out of this transition. As you can see, step left is his weak side. This move tracks to the weak side when someone tries to sidestep. To the right. Sorry. And again, if they try to Power Crush, for example, this is on counter it, guarantees while sending 1+2, and you go into it. Or also, it also has, you know, while sending 1-2, and this war splats. So again, if this gets countered, the damage is there. The damage is there. So again, a very good low. It also has some crushing, of course. It high crushes, and again, it's not launch punishable. It's minus 13 only. So very good, very good. He also has Phoenix 1+2, and Phoenix 1+2. It's kind of slow because it's 23 frames, but it's a very good engager to use in big mix-ups, like between L sweep, and sometimes you wanna do, you know, L sweep or this, for example. Again, so it's very good because it destroys your offense, basically, their offense, and They have to respect you more, basically. Again, at 23 frames, it means that even if they jab, it gets interrupted. But again, in mix-ups, it's very good. And finally, he has 3+4. 3+4 is a homing mid attack, but it's very, very slow. It comes out at 28 frames. So again, this move, I think, in the neutral in mix-up, it's not very good. Again, you can use that sometimes, but it's not the best because it's very slow. Some people can even, probably they will even react to him getting on the spear and doing an attack. But again, it's +7 on block, so it's good. +7 on block, it's very good. And on Oki situation, it can be interesting to use. I'm not using this too much, but maybe I should try to use this more, because honestly it brings to a lot of mix-ups in games. But again, I wouldn't suggest you using this much, because it's very, very, very slow. And then he has the jump stance, the updraft stance. Basically these things are only used in combos, so in the neutral no, just no. All of the options are unsafe and not useful. It's not like a 2D jump. But in combos they are basically his main combo extenders. I wanna close this first part of the guide telling you that he also has throws. He has a 1+2 throw. And again, this is very good because you know, it's a very good throw. Command grab, you escape that with the 1+2, and then it deals 40 damage. So very standard throw, but he has that. And last but not least, I want to talk about his parry. His precision dodge. It's a 5-frame activation parry, and it parries every single fucking thing. It also, the window is very long, as you can see. The only thing it doesn't parry, I think, are only hit smashes, these kind of things. But I'm not even sure. But it probably doesn't, yeah, it doesn't parry. It's like a Leroy's parry, basically. It doesn't parry like hit smashes, these kind of things. But, for example, look at this. This is what happens, basically. Okay, parry. So you want to use the parry a lot in this gameplay, because he actually deals a lot of damage. I dealt 42 damage. And he also has an option, I will let you see now, that makes me recover some Zantetsuken Gouge. So again, as you can see, he's parrying swords here. He parries everything, swords, knees, elbows, you know, everything. Doesn't parry lows, but overall he parries everything. So again, a very good move to use when you're getting pressured with Clive. As you can see, I ate this. I ate a jab and then I ate this, okay? I ate a jab, so I am -8. So later Clive does 16 frame move, okay? So the move comes out at 8 frames, but with my parry, I just go over that. Even on it, as you can see. So again, Clive's parry is very, very good, and you want to use it a lot in the gameplay because it's an amazing tool to use. A very good defensive tool. It's basically his only defensive tool because he doesn't have many panic moves if we think about it. He doesn't have many panic tools, but this parry is crazy. Apart from Power Crush, he doesn't have many panic tools. So this parry is good when you're under pressure to try and get away from the opponent with a parry and try to gain back some neutral. And that's it about Clive's guide. I'll make another guide very soon about Clive combos in the detail because I want to make it specific, a specific video guide on his combos. So make sure to follow me if you like this quick guide. I hope you enjoyed my Clive breakdown, and I'll tell you what I think about the character now. I think the character is very good. I think up close is not the best. Up close, he has some trouble because he doesn't have the best poking, mid poking especially. His lows are nice, but his mid poking is trash. Not trash, but not very good. So I think the best way to play Clive is along distances, you know, around punishment, with punishment, and distances, you know, because that's what he controls the opponents at very long distances. Because, of course, in this range, you don't want to approach Clive because he has a lot of tools with which basically he can try to reset back the neutral, as you can see. Even though I thought they had more range, but for example, the 4-1+2 thing, for example, or I don't know, again, the power crush, for example. Like he has very good long-ranged keep outs, or even this, for example, or like one slash also. I didn't talk about this. The jab slash thing. Okay. So again, his keep outs are very long-ranged. So you want to be very careful in approaching Clive because he has very long-range things to try and knock you back. So again, I think he plays way better in these distances rather than up close. Up close, he can, of course, he has good moves up close, but it's not like he's the best. So I think this card has a lot of potential. I think he has some of the best tools in the game right now. Combined with the fact that you cannot parry most of the things he does. So I think in the long run, he will be a menace to be feared. And honestly, I cannot wait to see him played in tournaments. Maybe I will play in tournaments because he seems very fun. Probably he is top 10 material, probably. I cannot say that for sure, but it seems like he's super strong. So again, I didn't even mention much of his Zantetsuken, but I want to go more in details with this stuff when I talk about this combo. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video, and tell me what you think about Clive. Tell me if you liked the gameplay, how he plays. Tell me everything related to how you feel about this character. And guys, see you again very soon, and hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.